Okay, we've got demo video number 8 for the new scheduling and accounting system. This one is going to cover the topic of credit card payments and paid in advance payments and how we're going to handle those in the system when setting appointments. So again, like I said, that'll be the main topic here. You'll see how, as we set appointments, we take the credit card payments, and it's different from our current system where really being able to take a credit card payment will occur as we're setting the appointment. We do that on the service order that everybody should be familiar with by now. If you've watched the prior videos and done some training, you'll understand how the service order works. And again, we have put in on the service order the process to take a credit card payment. We're also going to talk about paid in advance items. And that happens a lot. You know, sometimes customers will overpay their account for the prior year. There'll be a credit on their account, and we're going to show how we handle those and apply those payments for their service. The easiest way for me to do this is to just set some appointments for some ICs and some renewal appointments. And I think everybody, after seeing that, will understand how these processes work. So I'm going to go into the system. And first thing I'll do is I'll go in and set an appointment for a new IC, and we'll demonstrate how we take a credit card payment. So let's see, I'm going to go in here for customers. There's one in here that I had set up earlier for that we could use to create the scenario of setting an IC where the customer is going to pay via a credit card. Okay, that's this account here on 7021 Nashville Road. So let's go ahead and say, okay, they've called in, we've created this account, and we're going to create a service order here in order to set an appointment for a new ICPC. So I click Create Service Order. Now we're here on the service order, and I'm going to go through the steps to create an appointment for an ICPC. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to the service item template, select the 1-year termite and pest plan, hit OK, and there that is sitting there. So the appointment is set up, so we've selected that appointment. So go here to the service line details, and notice here that the total charge is $356. And it's set up where the customer must pay a minimum down payment of $53.40. So if the customer said, well, I would like to go ahead and for my down payment, I would like to pay $100 via credit card, what the appointment setter would do is scroll down to the payment tab, which is here, open it up, and you see this field here for payment method. You would select credit, go to payment amount, and let's see, the customer said they wanted to pay $100. You'd put the amount of the payment here. Then you go up here to this top ribbon here, and you see this button here for Submit Credit Card Receipt. I click here, and then it comes up. It has the payment amount. Then you see a field here for credit card number, expiration date, and CVV code. So what you would do is you would fill in the credit card number, put in the expiration date, okay, and then whatever the CVV code is. Now, we're not linked to a credit card system. Whoops, let's make this one 18. Linked to a credit card system, so I'm going to hit the cancel button. Normally what we would do is hit OK, and it would submit, and we'd get an approval. But I'm just going to hit cancel because this will simulate that we have submitted the card. And now normally we would get an approval, and we would get this message here to invoice the payment. So I click the invoice payment button here, and it's asking me, do I want to apply to anything? The answer is yes. Okay, so now notice this customer has a $100 credit balance on their account. So this is really simulating that they have basically paid in advance for their service. But there's one more step with this. What we need to do is we need to go in and say we're going to use this $100 credit towards this service. So we click here on advanced payments, click in here under customer ledger entry, and we're going to find the payment that they made for the credit card, for the $100 credit card payment. Then all we're going to do is scroll over here, and under amount to apply, we're going to put in negative $100 and hit OK. Now notice here it says applied advance payment $100. So what we have done here is for this service order, for the $356 charge for the IC, we've taken the credit card payment, we've gotten an approval, we've posted it to their account, and now we have this applied advance amount sitting here as the payment for this service. Notice that it's saying, okay, the total charge is $356, the applied advance amount's $100, so our total payments and credits are $100. The net service amount is $256, which is the amount that we're going to bill the customer for. So now we would make that 7 installments. And so again, when we run the appointment, the technician is going to know via the appointment ticket that they've paid $100 via credit card. So he would not have to collect a payment at the time of service. This field here for customer down payment is the amount that the technician is supposed to collect at time of service. Since this is blank and we have the applied advance payment of $100, again, the tech would know that the payment has already been made. So let's go in and set this appointment or select a resource to run it. And I'm going to select it for Roy on Monday at 4 o'clock. So I'm going to hit auto allocate hours, hit OK, and then refresh. Now we can see the appointment is set for Roy. If we click on his service ticket or the appointment ticket, the service order detail, hit preview, you see here it says total charge. It gives a net charge, then it says applied advance payment. That again, that right there tells the technician this is what the customer has already paid. So he does not need to collect this amount. They've already paid it. It gives the net service amount, it gives the number of installments, and the number of installment payments. So now, next we're going to go through the same process with the renewal appointment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the renewal info list, or I like to call the electronic daily sheets, and I'm going to pull up month week of September 1. And let's see, let's just pick one here. I am going to pick this one to renew, where we've got a 1-year termite only policy that we're going to renew. So I'm going to click on new service order to create a service order for this renewal. I need to clean up that declined email field. Let me do that really quick. We can't have that sitting in this system. Okay, that should take care of that. So let's now go into the service item template, select renewal. Okay, and we've got to attach the renewal to this service item. So we go here to renewal line number, pick the renewal, hit refresh. Notice the renewal price changes to the actual price of their annual contract when we do that. Now let's say, again, we're going to set the appointment and we ask the customer, how would you like to pay? And they said, you know what, I'd like to give you a credit card number right now for the full amount. So what the appointment setter would do would be to scroll down to the payment tab. I'm going to close it real quick and then I'm going to reopen it. They would change the payment method field to credit card. put in the amount that the customer wants to pay, which is $133. Then they would go here to submit credit card receipt. And again, we're just going to pretend we're putting in a credit card number. Let's say it's 07/2017. We would put in a CVV code. And again, we don't have a mechanism to submit, so I'm just going to hit cancel, and we're going to pretend that we got an approval. But I hit cancel, okay, then I go here and invoice the payment, which will actually post the payment to their account. And I hit yes, hit okay. Now notice here the $133 credit balance on their account. But the next step with this is I have to go in and basically tell the system that we're going to take this $133 credit and apply it towards this service. So I go to Advanced Payments. I click here to pull up the actual payment entry. Then I click here, Amount to Apply, and I put in $133. I hit OK. Now see, the applied advance payment is sitting here. So you see total charge $133, applied advance of $133, net amount or net service amount is $0. So we wouldn't bill them for anything because we're paying this they are paying this in full. So we'll go in now and set this appointment. Go to Resource Allocations, and we're going to set this for Luis on Monday at 1 o'clock. So I hit Auto Allocate Hours. I hit OK and refresh. Okay, so it's set for Luis at 1. Now why don't we take a look at the appointment ticket, the service order detail report. And you see again, total charge $133 for this renewal. It gives the net service charge, and then it says applied advance payment $133. Net service amount is $0. So this is, again, the technician should look at this. Whatever this applied advance payment is the amount of the of whatever they've already paid via either credit card or credit on their account. So he would need to collect a payment in this case. Okay, let's go and look at one where it would just be a situation where they have a credit on their account. And I've simulated that here with this account, MD00434. So let's take a look at their customer card. And you can see they have a $20 credit balance on their account. So this would be one where maybe last year they overpaid their renewal by $20 and this credit has been sitting on their account. So what we would do is we'd create the service order for their renewal. And you can also, too, when you're on the service order, you can look over here to the right and see their balance, the credit balance of $20. So let's select the renewal, the service item template. Again, always with the renewal, we have to link the renewal to the actual service item, which I've done. So let's say in this case, they have the $20 credit, and we inform them of that. So we tell the customer, okay, yeah, we'll apply this $20 credit to your account, to this service. So you'd go to Advanced Payments, find the actual ledger entry. It tells you that they have a total of $20 here that can be applied. So we put in the negative $20, hit OK. Now you see that applied advance payment is sitting there. So and then let's say the customer said, okay, yeah, well, when the technician comes out, I'm going to go ahead and give him a check for an additional $50. So we could put that in here. Again, that's in the customer down payment field, which is the amount that the customer is going to pay to the technician at the time of service. So let's take a look at the math. Again, the total charge is $356. They're using the credit of $20 and the down payment at the time of service of $50. So we're really going to collect $70 for this service, which means we'll bill them for $286. So I'm going to create the installment plan for that. Say it's 7 installments. Now let's go in and we'll set the appointment, and then we'll take a look at the appointment ticket. So I go to Line, Resource Allocations, and we're going to set this for, say, Michael Jesse at noon on Monday. So I hit Auto Allocate Hours. I hit OK. I hit Refresh. Now you can see it's set for Michael at noon, and we'll go in and take a look at the appointment ticket or the service order detail. Okay, and this is what this technician would see, and we will train them to understand what this means. But we've got, again, the total service charge of $356. Applied advance payment, again, that's something that the amount that's already been paid. And then the technician would see customer down payment, which is the amount that the technician would need to collect. So then that would give us a net service amount of $286 for 7 installments at $40.86 for each installment. So anyway, so you can see, I think the main one of the main points I'd like to make before I conclude here is I'm going to go back to the credit card payments. Again, everything is done on this service order. Now, keep in mind now, if especially if you're in the marketing department and you're setting an appointment and the customer wants to pay by credit card, you have to go and submit it onto that First Data website. Whereas now, when you're setting an appointment for service, you're right here on the service order. You're already talking to them. You're going to set the appointment time here, and at the very same screen, you can take the credit card payment. It'll be much more efficient and a lot faster, and I think much easier for everyone to use. So that will conclude this video.